Oi, oi, people, and welcome back to another Bogan breakdown. Today we're going to chat a little bit about the game against Newcastle, just because some things from that game bear talking about, and then we're also going to discuss the upcoming game against Manchester United, which is on at a really inconvenient time, guys. It's on at 7:15 in the morning here, which means that I'm going to have to be watching it whilst I'm at work. Don't know how my boss will react to that, but it is what it is, people. You got to do what you got to do, don't you? While you're here, guys, if you could drop a like, a comment, subscribe, it would be really helpful. Always very much appreciated. But let's get into it, talking about Newcastle. So Newcastle was a game that we really did have to win, and we did win, and I think it's fair to say that we won fairly convincingly. In that first half, guys, I can't lie, I was getting a little bit frustrated. It was a pretty boring game. But when you look at the underlying metrics, the amount of shots we had, the amount of XG that we had, the game was never really in doubt. There was one long shot from John Joe Shelby, which Ramsdale saved. A lot of chat from rival fans about him making saves look harder than they should, with his positioning. I'm just glad he's saving the shots, mate. If that goal went in, if that shot went in and was a goal for Newcastle, I don't know if we would have come out of that game with anything, because Newcastle were defending quite resolutely. We were just blasting the ball over the bar, or Tavares was anyway. He was just smacking it as hard as he could. But really, the only thing worth talking about from that game, guys, is the two goals. And the first one, obviously, Saka comes in from the right-hand side and he comes across to the left. And he plays a ball between him, Smith Rowe, and Tavares. And they play some quick passes. Saka, the intelligence that he has to stay on side before the ball, like Tavares, turns and puts the ball through to him, really impressed me. That's not easy. And you know, if you watch the United game, Sancho breaks with the ball and Marcus Rashford, doing his best fucking Theo Walcott impression, was offside the entire play. Anyway, Saka gets the ball and he bangs it on the ground past Dubravka. Now, he may have injured his leg doing that, but that is the sort of decisive finishing that I have not seen enough of from Saka. That was an incredible finish, following off from an incredible play. I got my coffee here, guys. So yeah, I was very impressed with that. Obviously, Saka goes down injured. Took us ages to get him off. I don't know why it took us so long to get the prick off. And then what happened? We bring on Gabriel Martinelli. Now, it's been a while since we've seen this kid, and all the chat was starting up again. Is he not as good as we thought? Is he any good at all? I hear people saying, is he any fucking good at all? Well, that run that he makes across the defensive line before coming back in and receiving the ball from Tomiyasu over his shoulder and just cushioning it over Dubravka. Like, come on. People say we gas this kid up because he scored one goal against Chelsea. That's the Chelsea narrative. I don't know any Arsenal fan that gasses Martinelli up over one goal against Chelsea. I think the Arsenal fans that gas Martinelli up, gas him up because of that run when he first came into the team, where he scored something ridiculous. He scored like 10 goals in 13, something stupid. He scored a stupid amount of goals. Now, most of it was in the Europa League and cups and stuff, but he scored a stupid amount of goals when he first broke into the team. You know, and you can just see the finishing technique in this kid. He's gonna be a great player. You don't get Jurgen Klopp calling you generational over nothing. It just doesn't happen. You don't get R9 comparisons over nothing. You know, he has a lot to live up to. He has a long way to go. He's not even an established first team player, and you know he's mostly played off the left. He's playing on the right this time. You know, when I was discussing it with my mates, I said, you know, I probably would have brought on, I would have started Pepe because I thought I'd give Saka a rest. It was a big decision playing Martinelli from the right, and yeah, he lived up to it. That's just such a good finish, and we're very lucky to have, you know, an Emil, a Saka, a Martinelli, to a lesser extent even a Balogun, and someone like that in this team. If these players all don't make it here, they are going to earn us money. They are. So it's not a bad thing, and it just feels so good when you see a player grow up, and then you know you see them succeed. So hopefully, if Saka isn't fit, we see Martinelli starting against Manchester United on that right hand side. I'd really enjoy that. All right, and on that note, we should probably get into the United game. So United are coming off a draw with Chelsea. Look, you can call it a draw if you want. Chelsea battered them. You know, I watched the game back. It wasn't very competitive. You know, David De Gea kept United in the game, really. And Chelsea have a problem with their forwards. Their forwards aren't very good finishers, which I think is going to prove to be quite costly for them in this title race. I had Chelsea down as potentially winning the league, but I don't know if they're going to do that because their forwards have been quite wasteful. Maybe that changes when Lukaku comes back into the side. But yeah, I didn't think United were great. Sancho looks better. To be fair, he couldn't have looked worse than he did under Oli. You know, but yeah, I'm not intimidated by Old Trafford, guys. I think we haven't lost against United since 2018. My mate AJ will always go, oh yeah, but there was, you know, no fans. United haven't beaten us since 2018. Oli never beat us. He was there for 3 years. So, look, I'm not that intimidated by United. That said, we have our own problems. We are quite wasteful. We are not very clinical. Aubameyang missing that fucking sitter at Newcastle. Just, I don't know what's wrong with that guy at the moment. I really tried to big him up, but I don't know what's wrong with him. As Ian Wright said, that miss was unforgivable. And I would even be considering dropping Aubameyang for this game, but we'll get to that. But yeah, I don't feel so intimidated by United anymore, guys. I don't. And I don't, I have that same feeling towards Chelsea, even though they're much better than us. I do get that feeling going to Anfield. I do get that feeling going to the Etihad. And, you know, I get that feeling going to the toilet bowl as well. Even though, you know, they're shit. And yeah, it's just you never know what's going to happen in a North London derby. But I don't get that feeling going to Old Trafford at the moment. And whilst they have brought in Rangnick now, I don't think that he will have had enough time to really implement anything. Maybe they're going to try and press us. If they do try and press us, they're probably going to run out of puff pretty quickly. I think our best option, again, is just to start fast. Take the game to them. Don't let them relax. I think we should probably bring Lacazette back in for this game. I think I think we revert to the 4-4-2 in inverted commas, which isn't really a 4-4-2. It's the same formation we play with Odegaard in the team, if you ask me, but people call it the 4-4-2, so you'll know what I'm talking about with the 4-4-2. I think we go back five, same as normal. You know what? An interesting point is whether or not Kieran Tierney comes back into the team. Now, for me, I would have put Kieran Tierney back into the team for Newcastle, but obviously Arteta didn't do that, and he was rewarded with Tavares' performance because he was phenomenal. And what Tavares offers you that Tierney doesn't is that ability to come back in and play with his right foot, take a shot, although he shot 50 million shots over the crossbar. Take a shot or do the sort of interplay that he did with Emil and Saka, which led to obviously our first goal against Newcastle. So it's a sticky one. I think Tierney offers you a little bit better defensive solidity, but Tavares has just been great. I don't think you can take Tavares out of the side. You know, he had a bit of a stinker against Newcastle in the second half. His first half wasn't bad, and you know he's brave, man. He kept playing the same way. Didn't give a shit. So yeah, I think Tavares stays. White and Gabriel, Ramsdale and Tomiyasu. In midfield, we're probably looking at Partey, hopefully, if Partey's fit. Next to him, we play Sambi. I don't think Sambi's done anything to lose his spot. I thought he was great at Newcastle. You could probably bring Ainsley in, you could bring an El Neni in, but you know, Sambi was good as well. I don't know why he'd lose his spot. Emil on the left, Saka on the right if he's Saka on the right if he's fit. If he's not fit, I play Gabriel Martinelli there, and then up top we have Aubameyang and Lacazette. I think that's what we do, and we bring on Odegaard if we need to unlock a defense later in the game. And that's how I do it, guys. But yeah, I think we can get this one done. It'd be nice to just calm the United fans down. They've been getting a little bit too excited for me over this Rangnick appointment, and I really like Rangnick, so I'd be excited over that appointment as well. But I don't like hearing it from them. They chat too much, so. Hopefully we can just, spit in their fucking food a little bit. You know what I mean? It'd be nice to see an Arsenal win. I'm always optimistic. Probably be a draw, if I'm being honest, or a United win because you know their fans back. But I'm going to predict. I reckon we beat them 2-0, guys. I don't think they score. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you after that. I'll try and do something after the game, maybe on the weekend. Maybe we can talk about some other stuff. Again, guys, like, comment, subscribe. It's all really helpful. Laters.